He's playing all of the hits, and he's back with a brand new CD. Awkward Barbecue Sandwich Records presents Lee Daintree, Live and Uncomfortable. You'll hear them all, like Downtown. Downtown. I Am Immortal.
I am immortal.
My acoustic guitar just fucked up. Who asked the questions that have no answer?
Who asked the questions that have no answers?
Hoyar!
Yeah.
Ministrated in the Wind.
Ministrated to the wind.
I Go to Dreaming.
I go to dreaming.
I Am Immortal again.
I am immortal.
I Ain't Dying.
I ain't dying.
And who could forget the Bloody Something?
The blood of my hand.
Order now and you'll get this amazingly awkward freakout.
I am immortal. I liquefy.
Awkward Barbecue Sandwich Records presents Lee Daintree, Live and Uncomfortable. Call now.
Hi, we're the cartoon pig version of Tom and Dan.
Hey, I'm Pig Tom.
And I'm Pig Dan. And come to Porky's Barbecue and eat our asses.
Stop! Don't say that. Porky's and a Popka.
Did you see that massive news story about the Houston brothel that wants to open up with AI prostitutes?
No. Like a
Trying to find-
Westworld
Yeah, I heard
scenario?
about
Yeah,
that,
I think you and I were talking about it. But yeah, they're gonna try and open up like what would be like a virtual house of ill repute,
With robot sex dolls.
right? Like real dolls,
yeah.
I'm guessing.
I mean, that will happen. I mean, as you've seen some of these robots that they are already making, I mean, you just have to literally put the sex doll skin on them and then have them move.
Okay,
or
this is
whatever.
it. This is the one. This is from.
The janitor has to suck at that. That's the worst job.
You get a robot janitor.
Yeah, but he hates it too. And he's the one that kills everybody. You come in one day and all the other robots are dead, because the robot janitor went nutty. But sex with a robot's butt.
What if it malfunctions, though, and you get trapped in there?
Oh, I bet you got to sign your life away to go in there.
Well-
I mean, they're not going to let you mount this thing and
It's
you
not-
know,
She bites
and start
down.
fucking
Ugh.
it. Yeah,
It's not going to move like
its
you-
assholes are flaming and burns your cock off.
Yeah. Why would you even add
Why'd
that?
you put the batteries in the ass?
Yeah.
It's like burning my cock off.
It's like the movies where there's a button that opens up all the cells to
Yeah.
all the same
Never
time.
have that.
Why even have that button?
Yeah.
Like there should be never a button that opens up every cell. Anyway, that's
Oh, there's-
why is there
there's video.
a flaming butthole button?
Hold on, there's video of the dog.
Don't
that
even
can-
add that.
There's video that can talk. Hold on, I gotta send this to
They
myself.
probably they have their range of motion is probably limited, so it probably just stands there. Maybe his legs go up and down, or like getting.
God,
to
my wife's legs don't even go up and down.
You know what I'm saying?
She just lays there.
It's not going to be walking around like an host. It's probably just like a robot that sits there, like you know, and makes noise if you like. You know, we haven't gotten to the point where it's like Westworld, where it's, they're walking around like a human. This is going to be like a robot. It's doggy style already. When you start banging it, like it's making noise. Like it's
Or
very
even
limited.
worse, like a guy has to come in and put it in doggy style.
Okay.
That's even worse. You're standing there in your fucking robe, and the guy's like, "What do you want?
Which
you
possession?
you want drill press? Okay, hold on. I gotta bend its neck.
It's like,
yeah. Hold on.
That's not
I'll
good.
be right back. Gotta go get a 2 3/4 wrench. She's metric. I gotta fucking
Also,
loosen her knee joints.
Imagine the embarrassment and the regret after. Like, you go in there, you're paying someone, they know. It's like, it's embarrassing. You're like, I'm here to
No,
fuck
I
a
want it
robot.
to be automated
Okay.
like a fucking Coca-Cola machine. Like I put my money in. I'm smoothing out my dollar bills.
You're rubbing it on the side.
I'm doing the
You're
trick.
like, fuck!
Yeah. Zzz.
Comes
Keep
back
this. I'm
out.
taking this one. God damn it!
And you're pushing like A3, and then you're like, got the I got the alien
Puerto Rican guy. All right, I'll suck your dick. Come here. It's just a robot. It's not gay. You got to go to the place. It's like an old Sweet Tomatoes, and they put paper on the windows. You know, like you're pulling in. You walk in. They're like, "Hi, welcome to Kinky S Robots." I'm gonna your first time. I'm gonna have you please fill out this. There's a questionnaire. There's a few waivers you need to fill out, and I'm gonna also need a copy of your driver's license, your insurance card, and you know they're gonna do that.
Much,
Right.
yeah. I don't want to if I'm going to a place like that, and I'm sure other customers feel the same. You don't want to deal with a person you have to look in the face, and they know what you're about to do.
I got
Got
her.
video of her.
Yeah, this is Harmony. Do you want to see her?
Why do they have to give them like stereotypical stripper names too?
How do you feel about sex?
Sex is one of the most fascinating things in the world. I don't think there is anything wrong with it.
Don't take her wig off. You're freaking me out, bro.
So he asked her,
wig off.
first of all,
Put the wig back on.
can we please not get a creepy guy? What do you feel about sex?
It's
Like, who? Get a better looking representation for your video.
Yeah.
Then the next scene is she's missing here. You want? Let's finish. The clip's only 6 more seconds. Then they pull
I
her
can't
wig
even
off.
look at it now.
Why'd they pull her wig off? There's just no reason for it.
Oh, God.
that's
Oh,
creepy.
no. She had the back of her head.
Oh no, that's scary.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here's a.
Darth Vader head.
You don't want to knock that off while you're
No.
doggy style. You're like, oh!
Don't pull her hair.
I knocked her skull cap.
Come in her cranium. Yeah.
God.
Okay. Don't jizz in the electronics.
Well, welcome to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
Tom.
Ross is over there. Samantha's over there.
I've heard people grunt before, like, "Ooh, yeah," but never scream. And that guy, when he said he stands up and looks at you in the eye.
Miss Elizabeth to bring some more TP in there.
City turd. How's Luca? Oh, he's great.
I hope Jim doesn't get back to the library and they're all like, "We knew. We're glad they made fun of your band."
Well, we didn't make fun of it. We're just giving them some.
Little banter, light banter.
Yeah. We need a better water dish for this lizard.
Okay.
Like you
What do you
looked
want?
up a Knoll water dishes. Hold on.
Do they make them?
No, they make everything.
Why don't I just cut the bottom of this flat? Just cut it right here.
Well, let's see if they make something specific.
We have time. No time.
I'm looking up right now.
Should we get him a turtle?
We're already on Twitch.
I mean, I can turn off Twitch.
No, it's fine. No water dish.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, they make little shallow. It's more like a pool than a water dish because they like submerge their bodies. They don't drink it like a
Just spray him.
cup. I think he got a little bit on him when I sprayed earlier.
Yeah.
They do make little like shallow dishes. Perfect. Okay.
All right.
Smart. Oh, they have like a little leaf suction cup.
Let me see.
Like I don't know where we could put that though.
I could.
If we put it on like right below the camera, if it only had, you know what we could probably, if I got this, I could just stick. You could drill in something that would just attach right below it, so the water dish could be.
Yeah, we could probably bolt it. Use like a GoPro mount, and just mount it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doable.
We need 2 of these. One to put the little worms in, and then one for water, and then it could just be.
We're gonna run out of room over here.
Yeah,
It's
we're
a
like
build
literally
around
just we're
Sam.
shitting up her desk.
Over me.
Yeah. No, I got it.
You know my notes.
Oh yeah, sorry. Can you hand that back to Sam, please?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to. We're gonna get you a new desk. That's Luca's desk now. We have to get you a new one.
Put me outside. I'll look in from the window.
Too hot. You know, I did see a costume. Speaking of too hot, but I saw a costume at the SpongeBob rave that somebody made. You know the whale daughter? I think it's Mr. Krabs' daughter is a whale. They took a laundry bin and they set it sideways, but it was see-through and it looked just like the daughter's head, and it was fucking genius. All right, Josh.
Yeah, Yoshua. I know you're watching right now, probably.
Josh.
It'll be, what do you think? Monday 4? Be 17 minutes.
Sure.
Use for food and water. Yeah, this is what we need.
All right.
All right. Oh, this you put a water bottle and then it just auto fills as it goes low, so we don't have to fill it.
We don't have room for that.
Sam's got a desk.
We can handle filling a water dish.
I don't think we need we don't. You're babying him. He doesn't need that. Well, you're gonna kill him with all your plastic garbage. You're surrounding him with Amazon shit. You're killing him. Look at him.
That's
Look
what I
how
do to my
sad he is.
kids.
Don't do
Just
that.
buy his stuff on Amazon over and over.
This will make you happy. This will make you happy. This will make you happy. Up dead.
Yeah. No, that's how it's gonna die from neglect.
Neglect.
Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. That's what the chat room says. SJ, were you calling?
What do they know?
Were you
Are they
calling Tom
lizard
stupid?
experts?
That's not nice.
What? The chat room does no shit.
What are we doing
Damn.
here? Wow.
They're with us every day.
Well, do they know about how to take care of a lizard?
Do you?
Well, I'm figuring it out. You got to get it the right shit.
I already read about it.
Yeah, I thought
You're
just
crazy.
feeding it the worms by hand was cooler
Yeah,
than
it's
giving
fine.
it a
We can do live feedings
Yeah.
every 3 days.
I like that.
Yeah,
we
there's
get,
2 to 3 things every 2 days. I was reading on
Oh,
no,
the
that's for the baby ones. See,
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
read-
that's adult.
I
Look up
read
adult
for
and old.
I
adult,
did.
It was 1 to 2 mealworms every 3 to 4 days.
I read that it was 2 to 3 food items every other
I've
day.
been giving them grapes too.
You don't eat that.
You don't know. Check the cameras.
He eats the worms.
The cameras, like he kicks the cameras out, so when I go home, I can look at them. All right,
I could never co-parent with you guys.
What are we doing?
Hell no. Be a divorce, the quickest divorce ever.
What are we doing here?
Waiting for Josh.
Oh, okay.
I thought he'd
fucker.
be
Oh, I
in
got
there.
him. I got him. My fault. My fault.
It's like Crystal. The boys have
Uh-oh.
a fever, and then I'm gonna give them some Tylenol, and they're like, "No, the fever's good. It burns the virus out." And I'm like, "That you just made that up."
I've
to let
never
him
heard
sweat
that.
it out
Now
then?
that I've
I've heard
never
that.
heard.
Yeah. They're like the fever. There's a reason why the body has a fever.
Look,
it's to fight the virus.
If
and
that's
they-
your example, I will support you giving medicine to your sons who have a fever. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about buying 2 novelty plastic food dishes that he doesn't need. He doesn't need that. It's not going to make his life that much better. All it's going to do is make us drill into our camera and fuck up stuff in here. I like what we're doing. I like just keeping it simple. We're adding little bits to it. We added a sprayer
If
today.
it ain't broke, don't
yeah,
fix
we
it.
added a plant. We have water. He's eating. He's good.
fine.
He's fine. He's fine. You're trying
Well,
to.
don't you want to make his life better?
No, I don't actually. I want
yeah.
him. I want
He
him.
doesn't have a hard life.
I want it to stay just the way it is. I think he's fine. He
Yeah,
looks
you
great.
can always do more. You know,
And if
Oh
I,
my
if I
God, we're giving
deem-
Luka grit and you're
I
trying to
would
take it
say-
away.
I would say
It
if I
doesn't need grit.
deem he needs more. I don't think he needs more. Look at how content he seems.
well,
It's not like he's looking up at us like, water, help, help.
well, he sat there the whole time before we even gave him food, and then we gave him food, he ate it. So that tells me he was hungry,
likes
he's
the
starving. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not starving. If he was starving, he'd be dead. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. I
He
think
was
he's
eating
good.
before. He was living here 3 weeks before we fed him. So
Josh,
he's
can you
fine.
hear
He's
us?
probably dying slowly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you guys good. We doing a warm up right now?
Yeah, we're warming up.
Oh, hey Tom, I ate it good last night. Did you eat it? Real good last night.
Oh, come on.
What does real good mean?
Twice. She went twice.
No,
You ate it
come
She
on.
twice.
went
Even
twice.
I've never eaten it twice. You never eat it twice.
No,
Yeah.
come on.
I just
Yeah.
like talking to.
What's the
well,
technique? The
homosex.
ABCs?
You
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Nobody
last time
really
you ate
does
Tom?
that.
I do.
Last night?
And I go.
Do you make that noise? Because that's off-putting.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you were a real man, Josh. Real men don't do that. DJ
What are you,
Khaled.
Corrado Soprano? You don't have that?
Yeah.
Corrado's is a
I'm just
Karate
telling you.
Soprano.
That was a deep pull there. Sorry.
Yeah, that was the old.
Oh, I do
that-
want to
that
talk
was
to you
the
about
old
the
man.
Montreal Mafia.
That was the old man, right? He's like with the big glasses.
Yeah. Apparently in the mafia, that was like taboo for for
because-
mafia dudes to go
you don't go
downstairs.
down
Because
there.
they're real men. Ask any mafia member, Tony Soprano, or any
Tony ate it.
They all ate
Tony
it.
ate
They
it.
all
Any
Oh, they
Dominican
slurped it up like spaghetti.
Yeah.
Dominican
Tony ate it.
baseball player.
He came out of the. There's one episode. He comes out of the boat and he's wiping his face.
No.
Yeah, and the
he ate
strippers
some
on the boat.
gabagool.
No, there's no gabagool.
What?
What is gabagool? What the
Yeah,
hell?
but
Like,
I
how
We
don't
does
looked
that
this
work?
up before.
It's ham. Gabagool's
I
ham.
think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's a thin sliced ham, which could be eating it.
But does anybody order
Yeah,
that
it's
at,
capicola.
Yeah, my wife loves gabagool.
at Publix? You go, give me gabagool?
No, she'll.
Gabagool.
Yeah, she won't say that.
Italian cured meat made from pork shoulder and neck.
Yeah, but
Alright.
No, it's a
Do they
fun
have
thing to say,
gabagool at
nevertheless.
Publix?
I think
I don't think they label it gabagool.
I think gabagool
Just
is
ham?
a slang term
Right.
For ham.
for spicy ham. It's spicy ham. It has to
Okay.
be like processed.
So if I'm just asked for some boar's head spicy ham, that's gabagool. But
Yeah.
can I have gabagool?
If you say that
Well-
in Baldwin Park, they're going to call you a racist.
I don't think the millennials working at the Publix, if you said, "Hey, gabagool," I think they'd be like, "Excuse me, sir.
you get the
Would you
hell
like
outta
to try
here.
our Nashville tenders?"
There's some old ladies at the deli section of Publix. Like
Fucking
they're
mean
not
old
all.
bitches.
They're not all.
I'm gonna
young.
start being mean to old people.
Yeah,
I've
one
had it
old
with
lady
old
that I
people.
used to work with. Yeah.
After Tuesday, I've had enough of old people. They fucking use their perceived lack of hearing and sight to fucking scam you and to take
Yeah.
advantage of you.
Yeah, and it's always like, I'm 78. At this age, I can do it.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Well, then
exactly.
retire.
Yeah, I'm gonna push you down and break your feeble legs.
Yeah.
Now,
at
something
my
tells
age,
me-
yeah, they always do that.
Whatever experience Daniel had, which he's going to tell us on Friday, is
No, may not now, depending on how bad your attitude is.
is not the old person at the blood bank's fault.
I didn't go to the blood bank.
or whatever it is.
I gotta
went
go
to-
the
I
blood
went to
bank this
Quest.
weekend.
All right, you ready to start? I could
Yeah.
start us. Where's this go?
Are we doing Monday 4?
Coming back, yeah, we'll do. Before, yeah.
We'll
yeah.
do 17 then.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Theme song on deck, Dan. Theme song on deck.
Oh, I hate it. Okay, here we go. 3, 2. Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
We've got Canadian Josh on the okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, there we
He
go.
said it.
There
There
we
it
did
is.
it. We did it.
This is a fast
all I'm
segment.
getting.
Go.
How you doing,
Get
Josh?
to work, Josh.
I am doing terrible, and the reason why is NHL playoff hockey. Last segment I called in, I talked about my problem was my Boston Bruins were like the best team ever in the history of the NHL. So I always had that nightmare scenario looming in the back of my head. And the nightmare scenario came true at the hands of the Florida Panthers, and my Bruins are out.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah, Ben Bungie was giving you the business for it.
He
Yeah.
was,
Yeah,
yeah.
other
Well,
peop-
Ben Bungie, I'm happy to say your Edmonton Oilers are also gone now, too. So
Yeah,
no
they're-
Canadian teams. For the 32nd consecutive straight year, there will not be a Canadian team
Y'all
winning the
got to get
Stanley
it
Cup.
together up there.
Yeah,
That's got to be rough.
That is, and it stinks. And these Florida teams do pretty blanking well, right?
Yeah, they've been doing great, especially then the Panthers are just a Cinderella story. Like, I didn't even give them a thought all season long. And then in the first round, I'm like, probably we'll sweep them. They might win one. And we were up 3-1. and they just wanted it more than us. And I'm not taking anything from them, but we gave it to them. So then I thought, okay, fluke. They're like, we're the David versus Goliath here, so we're going to take down the Bruins. And then they beat out the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Toronto Maple Leafs again are not going to have a Stanley Cup.
And that one kind of hurt because Toronto has, I mean, I would argue that they're one of the better of their, I mean, if anybody was going to do it, I thought they would do it.
And this was supposed to be their season, but Florida wanted it more. So, I'm on the Florida bandwagon now with you guys.
You might as well. You might as well just switch to any of our Florida teams because they dominate.
Yeah, and so it's going to be an all-Southern. So the conference finals now, it's going to be Carolina versus Florida, and then on the West Coast, it's going to be Dallas versus Vegas. So all warm Southern climates. The Stanley Cup's going somewhere where there's no snow.
God, I don't like that. That's weird. It is just
Josh,
weird.
I mean, is it going to get to a point where, because we've talked about this before, why some of the hockey players obviously are more drawn towards the Southern Hemisphere as far as the better weather. If you're going to live somewhere, like you're choosing where to live, like
and your family too,
Detroit
for that matter.
or Florida, you're going to. We've got no state tax. There's a lot of advantages.
Look, Canada's gorgeous, but we're pretty too. You know.
Yeah. Well,
different kind of pretty.
Talk about taxes in Canada.
That's very pretty. Very attractive.
And the media coverage, too, is another big draw for the players. Like, if Austin Matthews went down to a grocery store, he would be swamped by anybody. But, if Sergei Bobrovsky for the Panthers runs over to Publix for a pub sub, nobody, like literally nobody is going to know who he is. Oh, yeah, I did want to mention one thing real quick about the Panthers. When it was obvious they were going to go against Toronto, the Florida Panthers franchise actually prevented Canadians from buying tickets because Toronto fans will travel and there's usually tickets available in Florida. Yeah. And so they put some sort of paywall up through their Ticketmaster account. And if you tried to pay with a Canadian credit card, the payment wouldn't process.
What?
It's kind of screwed up. But yeah,
I don't know if I like that.
I had heard this story too. Yeah, because they thought that the majority of the Canadian fans would buy all the tickets and you wouldn't have a home crowd. So in order to try and control that, because think about it, the crowd is a weapon. No different than the ice is a weapon.
Yeah, but I mean it's
you
up for grabs. You better get in there in the queue.
But
like
if you can control it, if you can control it from the source, why not?
Like that.
Give yourself the edge. You wouldn't want your team, you wouldn't want the Tampa Bay Buccaneers controlling the edge? If you had the feeling that the entire Tampa Stadium was going to be packed full of Green Bay and there wouldn't be anybody rooting for your team, you wouldn't want to control that?
I don't care. That is not bothering me.
I want orange and black ready to go because it matters.
This has happened in like the NFL before where
I'm glad you picked this story, Josh. This is a good one because you're right. Sam's got an accurate argument too. It's like there is a weirdness to it. But
in the playoffs last year, I believe in San Francisco, they banned like other teams. I think it was San Francisco. Maybe
Orlando
LA.
City has done it before. Orlando City, when we
you
work
limit
with
the
club,
tickets that outsiders could buy.
Okay, maybe, but to like completely not allow people to buy the tickets.
Well, I think they didn't eventually like release it to everybody, or did they keep it locked?
Yeah, the Toronto diehards did find some sort of workarounds. I don't know, maybe people knew people who lived in Florida because there was a few. You did see some Toronto Maple Leafs jerseys in there, but
I like trying to control it. Hey, whatever you can do legally to get the edge. I feel like they used to do this with Orlando City when different, like I think it was the Sounders were coming to town and they were bringing a ton of supporters and we were like, no, we're gonna limit that. You can bring 20.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I like that because it's like, you're in our house.
Yeah.
We control it. But anyway.
So, Josh.
And if you would have took the Panthers,
what
Tom,
if they started doing that with everything, like concerts? Like, you're not from Atlanta, you can't go to this concert. But then the band's not coming to my town.
Yeah, but it's a sporting event.
Yeah,
it's like you don't want, as the hometown, more. I mean, there were scenarios, at least in the NFL, where, like, with LA teams, there was more.
You have it in MLB too.
There was more outside fans than there were Chargers fans at some of the Chargers games.
There's more Braves
60-40.
fans. Yeah, there's more Braves fans at an Oakland Athletic game than there will be Athletics fans.
Yeah.
There's no A's fans in there.
Yeah, and then it looks bad even for the league in general.
For your morale.
And especially for the team. It's like then every game becomes an away game, really. So, Josh, you think they'll start changing the rules? This kind of reminds me, and I'm sure this happens with all professional sports, but there was a story where Tyler Lockett, the wide receiver of Seattle, his real estate company became the official real estate company of the Seattle Seahawks
I didn't
organization.
know that. Okay.
And then everybody was talking to us, saying that they were using that as a way to compensate him without paying him more for his contract, so they could keep under the salary cap.
Oh my God.
And like get creative. People have been talking about they did this in New England with Brady for years. Like, Robert Kraft was like paying him other ways besides from his salary so that they can control the cap. And
Making it a little bit more like college sports used to be.
Yeah. Because I'm
Right?
like Tyler Lockett
That's
is
a
your
nice new car you got there.
yeah. But it's like so I wonder if they'll have to even out the like the difference of why so many hockey players are getting are going to the South or Florida teams because of the no taxes. And like, how, Josh, do you even know, like, do they like consider that into their players' contracts and stuff? Like the fact that there is no state tax in Florida, so you're saving so much more. So essentially the athlete is getting paid more.
I can't imagine, especially knowing the Canadian government like I know them and how much they like taxes. Like I can't imagine any tax incentives or housing incentives to be given to dudes who make $4 million a year to play a sport. I couldn't see it happening.
It just because it makes sense. It's like, okay, if you are a free agent and you're a hockey player, if you're offering the same salary but one's in Florida, one's in Canada,
that's a no-brainer.
It's so much more you take home in Florida. They've got to compensate that in some way, right? It's like they'll just give you more in the Canadian salary, but. Or maybe that it's in the team's cap. It's got to be compensated.
No, it works out.
Yeah,
they've got
to
it.
be, right?
Yeah, they've got it worked out because
Anyway,
and it's so strange. Like, and also one thing this playoff season's taught me is like you do hear. I don't know. You guys probably hear the conspiracies about people saying that sports are fixed and this and that. Well, this just disproves it. Like, there's Florida advancing as far as they have gone and taking out the two top teams.
It wasn't supposed to happen at all. Yes. Yeah.
No.
This
so
was
there's no. I can't believe it's sports is fixed. I know people who believe that sports are fixed.
This is why I kind of wish Tom knew and bet on hockey, because this scenario was one of, and I dabble in hockey right behind baseball and everything else, and Josh, I think Josh and I talked about this. This is one of the only scenarios we never talked about.
Why do people, Josh, like the conspiracy theories about like sports being fixed and stuff?
Well, because that thing just happened in Brazil where they did. You can look the story up, Sam, if you don't mind. They just had guys that were just convicted on fixing.
Yeah, and it's happened
like
before,
the highest level of soccer in Brazil.
But it was a couple guys. Was it the entire team? The coaches involved?
I don't know
everything?
the particulars, but I want to say it was a lot of people.
Because I understand point shaving and stuff, and there's things like that has happened. But we're talking about like people are like, oh, it's in the script, and I know it's tongue in cheek and people make jokes about it. But
why does it make you so mad?
Well, because don't people realize
he wants to believe that it's not fixed, because if it is fixed, then it ruins his dream of gambling.
It's impossible to fix. There's so many people would have to be involved.
Well, it can't be impossible to. You're talking about the NFL, but it can't be impossible
all sports.
No, because people are getting convicted of fixing sports.
No, well, they are shaving points, or like there are certain players that in the lower leagues that have been, it's proved that
this wasn't lower leagues from what I read. This is pretty high Brazilian soccer league.
Yeah, but it wasn't the whole team, was it? And all the coaches involved. Like
I'd have to go back and read it, but I think what you're saying, I think there are times when sports are fixed. Yes.
And it's happened in basketball, hasn't it? I don't NBA or call. Yeah.
But that's point shaving, and that's with certain players. When they start going by the script, they're like, oh yeah, this follows some script that's given to them by the league. So it's like you can't follow a script when it comes to this many people. Plus, you're expecting all these people to keep quiet about it. And then not say, not expose. Like, you're going to get everybody in the entire league to not say they've been following some sort of script, and then it's impossible to pull off. Well, that's why it makes me mad. It's impossible.
Yeah, I guess it's like the guy I know who believes everything's fixed. It's very seductive to be in on a conspiracy theory, because the psychology of it is, well, I know something that everybody else doesn't know. You get a bit of a superiority complex.
It's sneakily inclusive to belong to things like that.
It's for bad gamblers to blame other people than themselves for making a bad bet. To be like, oh, it's fixed. lost. It was like, no, you made a bad bet.
Not everybody that thinks that is a gambler, though.
No, I know, but
and like you said, a lot of it is tongue in cheek. It's weird that it makes you so mad.
I think the majority of it is tongue in cheek.
Calm down, bro.
Yeah. What else you got, Josh?
So if you follow, just real quick, if you follow the money too, money-wise, advertising, TV revenue, it makes no sense money-wise to get rid of the Bruins and the Maple Leafs. So.
Oh, of course, because those were the two that everybody...
The most popular. Yeah.
Well, those are the ones that we talked about, and we're like, oh, this is going to happen, and it absolutely did not write itself that way.
If it was for the benefit of the league, this did not go in the league's way.
No, it did not.
All right, next topic. It's a hot topic right now. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera.
Ozempic.
Look what I just started.
Oh, man, you're on Ozempic.
I am on the Ozempic. That's
my
latest.
To lose weight? Or
have you seen Jonah Hill? Have you seen Jonah Hill? Look up the latest picture from yesterday of Jonah Hill surfing. He does not look recognizable.
Is he on
skinnier
Ozempic?
than he's ever been. He's skinnier than he was when we saw him, and we were like, oh, my God, you're sick skinny. He's skinnier than that. He's literally a broomstick of a man with a big bushy beard.
Yeah, but I don't think he's taking that.
Yeah, I think everybody's saying he's on the Ozempic.
Yeah. Every rich
Everybody's
person.
on it.
He's Canadian Josh.
He talked about in his
Chelsea Handler live
documentary about
well, she didn't lie, but Chelsea Handler was like, I didn't even know I was on it. My doctor just gave it to me. Oh, get out of here.
I mean,
I think this is it. This is the miracle weight loss drug. You know, we've always said, I based on my experience, what I've seen, I think we found it, Tom.
How'd you get it, Josh? Did you just
He's in Canada.
Look at this. Look at this photo of Jonah Hill I'm going to put up here. Look at that.
Skinny as
Look
hell.
at that, dude. That's skinnier than he has
but
ever
he said
been.
he's been working out and he quit drinking and he's doing all this stuff. Okay.
This guy is on the Ozempic.
All right.
Well, you could do all that and be on Ozempic or whatever.
Okay, so the guy that has literally had yo-yo weight for the last 20 years just all of a sudden started working out and quit drinking, and look at him now.
He talks about it in his documentary.
Ozempic. That is 1,000,000% Ozempic. Because this is him struggling, see? This is him struggling.
Well, everybody should get on it.
Struggle.
What does it cost?
There's only like a finite amount of it. That's why people that actually need it for medical purposes are mad that these people are using it for weight loss purposes.
That is that's Ozempic's problem. Make more than
no, it's a helium. It's the same compounds as helium.
Well, then it'll be the same thing as the Adderall shortage that you're complaining about.
I get my Adderall, like it hasn't. I know it's affected other people, and
but screw them.
Well, no, but here's the thing. By me buying, it's the thing is like, well, everybody's gonna do it. And so you like when there's no toilet paper.
What, like Ozempic? Is that what you're saying?
There's no toilet paper on the shelves. It's gonna be that way whether you bought it or not because other people are gonna do it. So every man for themselves. That's what I'm telling you. That's what you have to be, right? You're gonna be like, well, I'm not buying Ozempic. I'm gonna still be fat because someone with diabetes needs it. Well, guess what? Josh is buying it. Everybody's buying it. Jonah Hill. You just go get it. Stand in line. Anyway.
Yeah, we don't seem to be. There's no. We're not hearing about any really big supply shortages. I guess the biggest downfall, obviously, is the price. So it was a diabetic medication, right, for people with type 2 diabetes, and then they noticed people getting tremendous effects as far as weight loss goes.
Oh, you look like Jonah Hill.
Yeah, what it does is it does four things. It suppresses your appetite. So basically the receptors in your brain, it tells you that you're not hungry. It delays the gastric emptying, so food stays in your stomach longer. It helps regulate your blood sugar levels, so you're not storing as much fat, and it reduces fatty liver. So it's one injection. It's $260 a month, Tom. You asked that. So if I was a diabetic taking it for diabetes in Canada, it wouldn't cost me anything because it's being used as off-brand. It's $260 a month to get it Canadian, but it's one injection a week, and literally I am never hungry, which is very strange for me because I'm always hungry. I spent like 70% of my life hungry, and
dude, you know how many people would pay $260 to
I think that's
lose
a drop
weight?
in the bucket. Yeah, I think when you say that, it sounds like a bargain to folks.
People are paying so much more and so many things that will never work, and this does seem like now. I guess the downfall is that once you start taking it, you have to take it forever for it to work. Like if you stop taking it, you're going to be starving again, right?
Yeah. So you start at a really small dose at 0.25 milligrams, and over the course of 6 months, you work your way up to a 2 milligram dose. It's just a little tiny needle in the stomach. So I don't, when you go off it, I don't know. I guess just kind of, I'd have to look in to see, do I have to keep taking it? But like you said, $260 a month. I mean, I lost $600 in that goddamn healthy wage. So I mean,
you gave me 100 of it.
I give you 100 of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I keep screaming. Just take the drugs. If it works, is there any downfall to it?
That's what I was going to ask. Like, what are the major side effects from Ozempic?
The most common side effect, and I have experienced this, is nausea. Now, some people I've heard in extreme cases, they'll like almost within minutes of taking the injection will go puke. I get 1 or 2 days after I take the injection, just some mild waves of nausea, not like I'm going to go throw up or anything like that, and that passes. For me, actually, now that I'm home on days off, like I can't even drink as much beer and enjoy food anymore, which I guess is good. I drank enough.
Like when you need
to because you got so much fat storage.
I heard though when you go off of it for good that you have to taper, and then no matter what you get Hulk Hogan fudge teats, guaranteed. So you have to stay on it for life.
So now, Josh, what's your goal weight? Like, because eventually,
I always thought Josh looked good. Can we just be real for a second?
Yeah, I never really considered you like overweight.
Thank you, Sam.
Well, you're probably, what are you, 30, 40 pounds overweight?
Yeah, about 40 more pounds. I'd like to go 30 or 40. Yeah.
Like even me, I want to, like, I'm 177 now. I want to be like 165. Then I could be be lean.
I weigh 165.
But it's hard to get in the last 10 pounds off.
Man, no matter what I do, I stay at 162, 165, 162, 165, 159, 162.
So Josh, this is what I'm curious about. So once you get down, like, what's your target weight?
210.
So once you get down to 210, like you obviously don't want to get lower than that, or because without no appetite, you will start.
So you take a shot every 2 weeks.
Then you start tapering it off, or maintaining some sort of level of it at 210, so that you can, because there's either a calorie deficit, or you're even calories, or you're storing fat, right? That's how the body works, right? I've watched Alone enough where I understand it now.
The Alone science.
And so
that's the first time today.
So if your body's burning around 2,000 calories a day, which is about the average, right? If for regular moderate living, right? More if you exercise, but
regular moderate living.
If you consume 2,000 calories, you're burning 2,000. You're even, right? If you're in a deficit, you're going to start eating your own fat, and then you'll start dropping weight. But then you can only get to a certain point,
right,
where your body will start, you're eating your muscle and stuff, and like,
yeah, it's counterproductive at that point.
Yeah. So you'd want to then maintain at whatever point. So then you got to get back up to consuming the calories that you're burning that day. And with Ozempic, I imagine it would be disgusting for you to consume the 2,200 calories if you're exercising.
I don't think he has a plan. I'm just gonna guess. You don't have an end game, do you?
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. It is driving my family nuts because when I'm home, I'm like the cook. I'm in the kitchen making pasta and pot roast and pizza and drinking all of it. But now it's like, there's a carton of eggs and a jug of milk in the fridge now.
You've abandoned your family's food because of Ozempic? It's tearing your family apart.
By the way,
every man for themselves, Tom said.
Well, I imagine by this time, Ozempic is so popular that they are mass producing the hell out of it because people are using it as weight loss.
What's the generic yet?
Like,
when's that come out?
Oh, well, as soon as Ozempic's patent runs out, it'll be Ozempic, the same thing. It'll be CVS will have some version of this.
Buddy, you go to, I'll just go on Hims and get it.
Yeah, Hims will have it.
Hims got everything.
Yeah. You'll order online, and this could be the miracle weight loss drug that the society's been looking for.
I think this is it. I think this is what we've been waiting for. Yeah.
I've been taking Cialis every morning, and I'm not losing any weight.
This could be the answer to our obesity problem.
There's got to be something bad about it, though, right? Normally, there's something bad about it.
Not necessarily.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I'll have leukemia or something.
Yeah, normally we end up finding out something later, or...
Not necessarily. I mean, because as we learn more and more about how our body chemistry works, you could figure out drugs to counteract it. It's like, and then it doesn't, just because something's not natural doesn't mean it's bad. but I think that's in people's brains. They're like, oh, this got to be
that's
something
what I told
bad.
my wife in bed last night.
Well, you know what's bad?
She didn't buy it.
Being obese.
Right,
Because
exactly.
That is, we know, gives you diabetes, it gives you heart problems, it gives you a lot of health problems. So whatever is the opposite of that, like I'd take the side effects from Ozempic more than the side effects of having too much fat in your body.
Somebody in the chat room is on Ozempic and said that she lost 15 pounds, but now she's stalled. I wonder if there are some people that it just won't work for, just like any other medication. Gotta be, right?
Yeah, like Tom, you always say people can eat through Adderall, so maybe it's
but that's the thing. It's not about it. All it does is take away your appetite. It's up to you. Could eat.
If you're force yourself
if you're eating more calories than you're burning, then it's not going to work, right?
The other night, man, I hadn't eaten all day, and I'm like, okay, I got to eat something, and so I had a cheeseburger, and it almost killed me. I was like, it's just like sitting in my stomach. So
it's too much.
How big of a cheeseburger? I mean, you can have one crystal burger. That's it.
You're supposed to have when you break a fast. You're supposed to go into it slow.
Start your bone broth.
Just dump a big ass calorie
mountain milk.
Just destroy your body. You're doing it to yourself.
You want to know, Tom, how powerful this is? It negates my weed munchies.
Oh, really?
Okay, now that is a game changer.
What did you tell your doctor in order to get this prescribed to you?
Oh, they can give it to you. They give it to you just for weight loss. Like if you got a certain BMI and you're willing to pay for it,
Okay.
For off-brand use, they'll just give it to you if
like
you're willing to pay the $260. Yeah.
Testosterone, Adderall. You just find the right doctor.
What do you want?
Every doctor is just a drug dealer. You understand that's how it works, right? Like you can go to a specific doctor and get whatever drug you want. You just have to go through the system.
Well, that is
the marijuana
awesome.
doctor, testosterone doctor, Adderall doctor.
I would already had Adderall at that point. Then that's not true.
I think the Adderall's drying up, Tom. I think that train's going to be.
It used to be right before the pandemic, man. You could go online and get it anything you want.
Well, not online. You got to go to the.
No, they had. Remember that company?
Certain ones
No,
did,
what I'm saying, but yeah,
that's gone now.
It dried up online, but you could go to your regular family doctor, find the right one, and
it's
they'll
funny
give it.
that
I got a doctor shop. That's a bunch of money. I don't have health insurance.
The Adderall dried up, but I will tell you.
You want Adderall? Or
testosterone
not?
did not dry up.
Yeah, I do, but I'm poor.
Drugs cost money.
You can get testosterone. Adderall's dried up. But if I filled out the form for testosterone and could have done it like click of a button. And if anybody wants it, I will not give you the.
So, Tom, do you have to go back to your doctor like every few months and go through some song and dance? How I still have ADHD.
Yeah. And I laugh at that.
He gets real mad about it.
I want to talk to him about it, but I'm like, this may affect my Adderall. So I'm just gonna sit here. I want to joke around and be like, yeah, come on. This at this point, this is just you're a drug dealer, and then I'm just paying you.
It's like when you're on the medical marijuana registry and you have a concealed weapon. Don't talk about it. Just keep your mouth shut.
All right, Josh, we got to go. I'm sorry.
We're done?
Yeah, we're done.
Oh,
we're
I didn't even look at the time.
We
We're
went
way
too
over.
far.
Oh, God.
I was trying to be good for Sam. I don't want to.
Then why didn't you sign off?
I told him. I was giving him the thing.
Get the Ozempic, miracle drug.
All right, we'll see you even skinnier next time, okay?
All right, love you guys. Bye.
Right, love you too, buddy. Be good. That is Canadian Josh.
I'm telling you, I love drugs.
We know.
They solve all problems.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready for the tea.
You got a problem? I'll show you
I did chicken out, Sam. I filled out the form.
Get the Ozempic.
And then I went to hit the button for tea, and I chickened out. And Andrea not so happy about it, so I didn't.
What was she not happy about?
She wants me to go to a regular doctor, not a digital doctor.
It's the same thing. It's just
you
you have to
you
leave.
know what? Then you can talk to her about it.
I won't talk to her.
Okay.
A regular digital doctor, regular doctor.
I have had a rough week
the
with
next
Andrea.
time
I have had a
she's
rough
in,
week with Andrea.
We'll have you sell her on it, okay?
Yeah, you can. I'll let you do it, but I have had a rough week with her. We have argued all week. We are not a good. This has not been a good week in the Dennis household. I have been messing up every direction I can.
Just go get the testosterone. I'll shoot it in your butt.
I'll have no problem. I'll shoot it in my own butt. I have no problem with that.
All right, bye-bye.
That was funny.
Do we need to move that now? We needed 17. Because 3 was 23 minutes.
Let's just move it to Tuesday. Tuesday 3.
Next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday.
23rd.
The
23rd.
23rd. Do we have anything?
No. I'll need an intro.
Tuesday. Okay. You need an intro.
Yes. And then
what?
The video.
Oh, yes, the video. That's right. Okay. The genuine jump off stage and then he falls into the gap of the stage. Have you seen that video?
No. Is it new?
Yeah, it came out last week. It's pretty funny. He's in like a white suit and he jumps out and then he like loses balance and he just goes right through the crack.
I was trying to read into that soccer thing.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, the part that I saw, but I can't answer his question about like how many people were actually involved.
There's people from different countries involved.
Okay, intro. What do we do tonight?
We got Jay Navarro from the Suicide Machines, Larry Fulford, David Meese, the Playboy photographer, and Martha Stewart on Sports Illustrated.
That's for Wednesday.
Yeah, that's today, right?
Yep.
I'm like, oh shit,
No,
what is
right,
today?
Sam, you're right. No, you're good. Yeah, I do that all the time where I'm like, what are we doing?
Earlier I thought it was Tuesday, and they're like, nope, it's Wednesday.
We've recorded all over the place lately where it is hard to do notes. I just have to go to her thing and read it because I don't know what we did on the day.
Yeah. I got something.
3, 2.
Hey, I added a Playboy photographer to my business card.
Okay,
I just letting you know.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be handing that out a lot.
I saw your lights and a green screen in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Are you doing like...
No, it's just part of the card. I just handed out so people think I'm fancier than I am.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Sorry, I was going the wrong direction.
No.
I was making it bigger.
Check. Tonight on a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Tom and Dan welcome Jay Navarro from the Suicide Machines and comedian Larry Fulford and Playboy photographer David Meese. And here they are. The Hugh Hefner and Larry Flint of radio, Tom and Dave.
It's good seeing Larry. I hadn't seen him in forever.
Not very talkative.
Larry?
Yeah.
He's
No.
just low energy.
Yeah.
He's a chill.
They have a giant, like, fucking painting of him up at Will's.
Oh, really?
I forgot about that.
Oh, they do. You're right.
I saw it last night. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that giant ass painting of him.
He's a very fun person to hang out with because he's very low key. Just chill out. Nice, chilled dude. Okay. We're doing a video now, right?
Yeah.
Let me put this in Dropbox, Sam, so it has time to fuck itself up. There you go. Okay. Well, guys, I guess I could leave this on. They can see the video, or no? They can't. Yeah, we're going to leave. We're going to do special business now. So...